Good morning and welcome to Take Your Life Back Today show with Ralf Friedrichs. Today's topic is sober uncertainty. 13 confusing phrases that what people that are in recovery, what they say, what is really meant what they say by them and the real meaning, and how you might think it sounds, and you might say, well, is this what they really mean? So that it is what they say, what it means, and what it doesn't mean. First and always, Dr. Luis Gonzalez from StartingPointMN.com, where he is focused on helping each and every one of you folks that is going from addiction to recovery, hand in hand, step by step. Call him at 844-414-8444. Go to his website, www.startingpointmn.com, and he will help go from your addiction to your recovery. He will also help turn you into an addiction recovery coach. If you have passion, personality, and professionalism, and you have an addiction background, whether it's battling your own or maybe helping a friend or neighbor or loved one, call him at 844-414-8444. That's Dr. Luis Gonzalez from StartingPointMN.com. Let him help you become an addiction recovery coach. Let him help you go from your addiction to your recovery step by step, day by day. GlobalEyeglasses.com, where they are focused on saving you money. They have frames that start as low as $6 and go up to about $69. Those frames include the following. Listen up, folks. It includes the cloth, a case. It includes standard, single vision, clear, non-coated plastic lenses. That is what is included in those prices. However, you might say, I need progressives, or I need transitions, or I need photochromatics, or I want my lenses to be thinner because they're awfully thick, or I need glasses for night driving, for UV, and for skiing, boating, like polarization. They have all that available at GlobalEyeglasses.com, where they are focused on saving you money. And here is the extra little gift. The fact that you watch me, and I am in the optometry field for over 30 years, and I know Global Eyeglasses very well, that I can actually help you like I've done for 100 people or so in ordering your glasses. I will make sure that the frame you pick is the proper frame for your face dimensions, and your prescription is put in correctly, and you only order what you absolutely want and need. Nothing unnecessary. So call me at 844-405-HELP, or you can text me at 631-599-0218, and I will help you with your glasses through Global Eyeglasses, where they are focused on saving you money, and I am focusing on helping you save your money. Go to my websites at www.takeyourlifebacktoday show, which is about this particular show. It has all of my latest episodes. It has a couple little articles that I had put on there for you to read. It has my biography, a quick little biography. You can also go to my website that has pure information on addiction and recovery at www.clearviews.info, where you have doctors, psychologists, and therapists writing articles, and I merely post them on there for you to read. You can also see a lot of my episodes on there. On page 7, you will also find that every state has rehab centers. Now, I have every state listed, and I might have 1 or 2 rehab centers for those states. On page 7, just click there, click on your state, and take a look. And if you can't find it, go to Google, search rehab treatment centers for your state, your city, your town, whatever, and you will find it there. Also, if you need addiction recovery coaching by me, go to clearreform.com. That's www.clearreform.com, and I will help you. Like Dr. Luis Gonzalez, I will take you hand in hand and walk you through the process of getting you into a better situation, to get you to learn how to live with recovery. You can call me at 844-405-HELP, and I will be there for you. Folks, sober uncertainty. 13 phrases that people are confused about. They just don't understand when a sober person that's in recovery says, and what they mean, and how you interpret what it shouldn't mean. Ever wonder why you don't understand sober people? Do you ever ask yourself, what is it that makes their message or their statements so confusing? Here's a mini lesson on the subject. I'm going to go down. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of what they say. Then I have 10 rebuttals of what it really means, what they say, and then I also have 10 rebuttals on what it doesn't mean. First thing that a sober person, what they say about it is, it's all about you. What that really means is recovery is number one for that sober person. Recovery has to be all about you. Recovery is not about your husband, your wife, your children, your mother, your father. It's about you, the person that is in recovery. Now, what it doesn't mean that you are better than everyone else. That's not what it's all about you means. It means that you need to focus on your recovery. You are all about you when it comes to your recovery. It does not mean that you are better than everyone else. Here is what they say, number 2. It's not all about you. What that really means is stop thinking about yourself always. What it doesn't mean is you are insignificant and unimportant. That's not what it means. It's not all about you. It does not mean that you are insignificant and unimportant. But what it really does mean is stop thinking about yourself always. Number 3 is live in the moment. That is what they say. Live in the moment. What that really means is don't worry about drinking tomorrow. Focus on today. Today's 24 hours are the most biggest hurdle that you have to conquer. Today, don't worry about tomorrow, next week. What it doesn't mean, what live in the moment does not mean, is blow off commitments and don't make any plans. That's not what it means. It means don't worry about drinking tomorrow. Worry about today. That's why many people in sobriety say one day at a time. It is not about blowing off your commitments and not making plans. Statement number 4, recovery requires planning. What does that mean? Recovery requires planning. What it does mean is learn what you can and cannot do sober. See what is good for you and what is not good for you in your recovery. What it does not mean is you need to prepare a spreadsheet in recovery. It doesn't mean lay it all out and plan your recovery. What it just means is make sure what is good for you in your sobriety, in your recovery, is what you go with, not what's not good for you. You don't have to get at a dry eraser board like I have for my segments here and plan your recovery. Number 5, be of service to others is what they say. What it means is stop thinking about yourself all the time. What it doesn't mean is do everything others want you to do. Be of service to others means help other people find a passion. Like my passion is to help you through the camera, into your living room, into your kitchen, into the homeless shelters, into the jails, into the nursing homes. What it does not mean is do everything for everyone else. All it means is to help other people. It's not good for you to think about yourself only. Number 6 is trust your instincts. What that means is quiet your mind and find a peaceful answer to whatever questions you have in your mind. What it does not mean is you should drink if your instincts say to do so. Don't let that little devil that sits on your shoulders telling you to drink conquer or control you. Your instincts are very important, and with me especially, my first instincts are usually the right ones. So quiet your mind and find a peaceful answer. Number 7 on my list is don't trust your instincts. That's what they say. What it means is your best thinking got you into this mess in the first place. So you got to be careful, because you wouldn't be in this mess had it not been for some of the bad choices because of your instincts. What it does not mean is you know nothing. It doesn't mean that. It just means that there were bad choices and that's why you're in this mess. Number 8 is Be honest. That's what they say. Be honest. What that means is begin practicing telling the truth. I do realize that alcohol and drugs plays a huge role on possibly the deceit, on the sneakiness, on the lying. But now that you're sober, and now that you're in recovery, begin practicing the truth. What it does not mean, be honest, does not mean hurt others, hurt other people's feelings with harsh words. Don't be that honest. Be careful. Pick and choose your words. Pick and choose your actions. Number 9, restraint of the tongue. Watch what you say. What does that mean? Just because you are thinking it, you don't have to say it. You understand? Just because you are thinking, oh, your neighbor's grass is yellow and it looks terrible, it doesn't mean you go to your neighbor's house and knock on the door and tell him that. What it does not mean, restraint of the tongue, is silently let others treat you like a doormat. It does not mean that when people challenge you and people go after you, doesn't mean restrain your tongue and don't fight back. What it does just mean is be careful on how you choose your words and be careful on how you choose your actions. Last but not least on my list is find the truth, is what they say. What that means is look for the loving solution. Always look for a peaceful solution. What it does not mean is your truth is everyone's truth. Make sure that everyone is going on your page, because it is not a fact. Your truth is not everyone's truth. Everybody has a different definition of certain things, different terminology or different meanings. Your truth is only your truth, not everyone else's. These are sober uncertainties, 13 confusing phrases. And we're going to go over them real quick one more time. I have brought this here, which is directly off the CDC, and maybe I should read from this quickly. Ever wonder why you don't understand sober people? Today's post is a mini lesson in making sense of applying another's advice, suggestion, and philosophy to your recovery. Number 1, it's all about you. What that means is put your recovery first if you want to stay sober. What it does not mean is you're better than everyone else and we should follow you. It does not mean that. Number 2 is it's not all about you. What that means is stop thinking about yourself all the time. What it does not mean is you're insignificant and unimportant in the equation. It does not mean that. Number 3 on my list was live in the moment. What that means is don't worry about drinking tomorrow or tonight. Focus on staying sober right now, this minute. What it does not mean is blow off commitments and don't make any plans. It does not mean that. Number 4, recovery requires planning. That means learn what you can and cannot do sober. Learn the triggers and the stressors. What it does not mean is you need to learn Excel and prepare a spreadsheet if you want to succeed. It does not mean that. That is not part of the planning. Number 5, be a service to others. What that means is stop thinking about yourself so much. Think about your fellow human mankind. What it does not mean is do everything others ask you without questioning it. Number 6 on my list is put yourself first. What that means is if you don't get and stay sober, you are risking everything. What it does not mean is your needs are the only ones that matter. Trust your instincts is another one. What it means is quiet your mind and find a peaceful answer to the solution. What it does not mean is you should drink if your instincts tell you to do so. That is not the meaning of that. The next one is don't trust your instincts. What that means is your best thinking got you into the current situation. Try something different, anything different than the addiction to drugs and alcohol. What it does not mean is you know nothing. Number 9, be honest. Begin practicing telling the truth. What it does not mean is hurt another's feelings with harsh words or opinions. Number 10, restraint of the tongue. Just because you think it doesn't mean you need to say it, so keep your mouth shut. What it does not mean is suddenly let others treat you like a doormat, poorly, abusive. Number 10 is find the truth. What it means is look for loving problems, look for a peaceful solution. What it does not mean is your truth is everyone's truth. Make sure everyone knows your truth. Everybody has a different meaning to whatever situation. I'm going to add 2 more because we have a little bit more time. Number 11, fake it till you make it. What that means is keep positive and grateful for what you have. What it does not mean is lie to others about how good it is. Don't do that. Number 12 is it's a disease. What that means is you have a choice to work at your recovery or not to work at it. What it does not mean is you are stuck with your life as it is today and it's not your fault. Once I had determined to be done drinking, there was plenty of time to figure out how life would be for me. What do I want to do today? Do I have the tools to do that? How do I require them? Life is much bigger than alcohol and or drugs. These are the what people say about people in sobriety, what the questions real or what the sayings really mean and what they don't mean, how people interpret them the wrong way. I'm just going to go what they say down the list. I'm not going through the meetings. What they say, it's all about you. What they say, it's all about not you. What they say is live in the moment. What they say is recovery requires planning. What they say is be service to others. What they say is put yourself first. They also say trust your instincts. They also say don't trust them. They also say be honest. They also say restraint of the tongue. They also say find the truth. And they say fake it till you make it. And they say it's a disease. It's a disease. You have a choice to work in your recovery or not. That's what it comes down to. Once you are determined to stop drinking and drugging, there is going to be plenty of time to figure life out. These confusing phrases, what they mean is what you should stick with, not what they don't mean. Don't rewrite the meaning of it's all about you. It's all about you means to recover is your number 1 priority. So don't reword it and say, oh, you are better off than anyone else. Folks, you in sobriety are no better than the next human. What it does mean is that it's all about you because you need to recover. You are the only person that will take care of yourself. You have to ask yourself, what do I want to do today? Do I have the tools to do that? What do you want to do today? Is there a passion to continue your life in recovery, in sobriety? Do you have the tools to do that? Tools like in my passion, when I started doing my videos, all I had was a little netbook, a little laptop with a webcam. I required more tools, lights, better cameras, dry erase boards, excessive amount of batteries. That was required. Those are my tools. That is my passion to continue doing what I'm doing. And how do you require those tools? Well, one way to require tools, if they're tools like batteries and lights, is to purchase them. But what about the tools on material? You need to do research. You need to find time to live in sobriety. You need to find time to educate yourself. Those are the tools. The best way to require tools on educating you in sobriety and recovery is to go on the computer and Google. It's amazing what you'll find. Matter of fact, if you just Google my name, Ralf Friedrichs, into any Google, Yahoo, Bing, you will find tremendous amount of information on me. If you just type in Take Your Life Back Today show with Ralf Friedrichs, you will find 427 episodes anywhere. You go to Bing, Google, Yahoo, anyone. I mean, there's so many search engines. I'm out there. So those are the tools. If you want to educate yourself, you need to spend the time on the computer to look it up. You can also go to the library. You can also, for the people that don't like to read, videotapes. Life is much bigger than alcohol and drugs. And you have to know that life is much bigger because life is as good as you want it to be. Life can be as bad as you want it to be. If you want to continuously drink and drug, life will bring you down. You will be at the bottom pit. And I hope to God that when you are at the bottom, at the rock bottom of your life, that you take your claws and start crawling to get out, to know that that rock bottom is the end of a good life for you if you don't start climbing out. You need to struggle and climb out of that as quickly as possible. You need to say, I am tired of alcohol. I am tired of drugs. I want my family. I want to take my life back. And once you don't deny that you have a problem anymore, reach to God. Ask God for guidance and direction. He will help you every day, and you'll be amazed how you'll start seeing your life changing. Your color of your skin and your droopy eyes will start eliminating and becoming better because you're not doing drugs and alcohol. Your financial situation will get better because you're not wasting your money on drugs and alcohol. Your relationships will become better, and hopefully they do become better. Hopefully it's not too late, but your partner will see that you are making a better change for yourself. Your spirituality will become better because you have turned to God, which equals hope. God will give you the hope that you so desire in life, because without hope, there is literally nothing to hope for. Without hope, you will continuously drink and drug, and the only thing you'll look forward to, the only thing you'll hope for, is your next high. That is not, my friends, a good way to live. That, my friends, is a way to kill yourself. You will become those statistics that are out there on drunk drivers, on people being killed, on people overdosing. Unfortunately, they're in the millions. We only hear when it's somebody famous, a celebrity, a rock star. That's when we hear about it. But people amongst our own communities, our own states, and a global epidemic on this drug-infested world, people are dropping out and dying daily due to overdose and accidents, amongst other things, amongst natural death, because they've ruined their lungs, liver, and their mind and their hearts. Let today be the first day you start making the changes, and let today be the days that you utilize these. It's all about you. Means to recover is number one in your life. Utilize that. It's not all about you. Means stop thinking about yourself all the time. Start thinking to help other people. Live in the moment. Don't worry about drinking tomorrow or tonight. Worry about right now as you're watching me. Only worry about not picking up a drink or doing drugs while you're watching me. Recovery does require planning. Do that. Learn what you can and cannot do. Those are tools that you can find on Google, on Yahoo, on Bing. Best be of service to others. You need to do that. Stop thinking about yourself all the time. Be a helper to someone, to an older person, to a handicapped person. Folks, you need to start trusting your own instincts. Quiet your mind and find the perfect answer to whatever problem that you're in. Think about the problem. Don't act in a quick, harsh way. Trust your instincts. Quiet your mind and find a peaceful answer is the answer to that one. Don't trust your instincts means what did get you into this mess? Those instincts that you had that got you into this mess are the ones you need to avoid now. You need to start being honest. I realized your mind and your everything else was clouded due to the drugs and alcohol. But begin practicing telling the truth. But be careful and restrain your tongue, because you don't want to just say whatever that comes to your mind, especially when it can hurt people, because words can hurt people for a long time. And start finding the truth. Look for the loving solution, not the solution that might hurt other people or that might be a certain fight or altercation. Look for a loving solution. Folks, remember this. A sober today makes for a better tomorrow. And big changes in your life will all happen with tiny, small steps. But you need to take those steps in order to find those big changes. And if you start thinking positive, I promise you, folks, positive things will happen in your life. And educate not your children, not just your children, and not just your grandchildren, but yourselves to say no to drugs and alcohol, because drugs and alcohol equals death, no matter which way you look at it. Because if it's not going to kill you in an overdose, if it's not going to kill you in an accident, it probably will kill you if you excessively abuse it due to your organs either shutting down or just dying off. It's not good for you. It's not good for your lungs. It's not good for your liver. It's not good for your mind. And it's definitely not good for your heart. Folks, please try to have a great day. And the best way to have a great day is to have a sober day. Reach out to me if you want me to help take your life back at 844-405-HELP. And I hope to God I see everyone real soon. May God bless you.